You may think ancient humans were disgusting, filthy animals.
Or unclean at the very least.
That's what most would think. But the archaeological evidence tells us a very different story. Ancient humans were not just who we thought they were. Let's start with the morning, 30,000 years ago.
The first thing he does every morning is to walk to the river.
Not to drink, to wash.
Archaeological evidence shows that river bathing was a daily routine for many ancient populations. They even had something akin to soap, a mixture of wood ash and animal fat, primitive lye soap.
It actually works. Ash and fat chemically react to create a basic cleaning agent.
The same basic chemistry we still use in handmade soap today. After washing, he returns to the camp.
The camp is organized, practical, not random. Now let's talk about the teeth.
Ancient humans had almost zero cavities because they ate zero processed sugar. Their diet was meat, berries, roots, and nuts. No sugar meant the bacteria that cause cavities had nothing to feed on. They also cleaned their teeth with sticks. Archaeological finds show chew sticks made from specific trees with natural antibacterial properties. So far, you might be thinking ancient humans were surprisingly clean, and you wouldn't be wrong. They were, on the outside. But underneath the skin was a completely different story. Head lice, body lice, pubic lice. They had all three, constantly. And it wasn't just their bodies, their bedding was infested. But the real horror was inside their stomachs. Scientists found the proof in fossilized feces called coprolites, roundworm eggs, tapeworm segments, whipworm larvae, all preserved for 30,000 years. They got infected from undercooked meat, from contaminated water, from walking barefoot in their own waste. Parasites were the #1 killer, not predators, not starvation, worms. When he cuts himself, and he cuts himself often, he knows exactly what to do. Step 1. Clean the wound with running water. Then he reaches for yarrow, a plant used as medicine for at least 60,000 years. He chews the leaves into a paste and packs it into the wound. Yarrow is packed with salicylic acid and tannins, natural compounds that stop bleeding and kill bacteria. These tannins contract the tissue, while the salicylic acid, the precursor to aspirin, kills the pain. If the wound closed and stayed clean, he would survive. Most of the time, it did. But staying clean is not just about washing. You gotta put your waste somewhere too. Archaeologists have found that Paleolithic camps were divided into strict zones. The latrine was always downhill and downwind. They understood cross-contamination. And for toilet paper, nature provided. Smooth stones and curved bone scrapers have also been found in these zones. Nature also helped. Large populations of dung beetles acted as a cleanup crew. Food waste was handled the same way, buried or thrown into deep pits to avoid attracting predators. Did they smell? Absolutely. But it wasn't the smell of rot. It was the smell of smoke. They would hang their animal hides directly over the fire to smoke them.
This process didn't just kill bugs, it prevented fungus and mold from rotting their clothes.
Ancient humans lived in a constant haze of wood smoke. It was their secret weapon.
Smoke contains phenols and creosote. These are toxic to the very lice and fleas we saw earlier.
At night, a smoky fire was the only thing standing between them and a swarm of mosquitoes.
To an ancient human, the smell of smoke was the smell of safety, the smell of being clean. Now, let's talk about the people who came after them.
Medieval Europeans, the people we consider civilized. Medieval Europeans bathed on average 4 times per year. Medieval teeth were rotting. Sugar arrived in Europe in the 1100s. The cavities followed immediately. Human waste was thrown directly from windows into the street below. The Black Death killed 30 to 60% of Europe's population. It spread because of poor sanitation. Our caveman bathed daily, cleaned his teeth, organized his waste, and smoked his clothes. The medieval European did none of these things. The caveman was not a filthy animal. He was a survival machine, operating at the absolute limit of what a human being can do without modern technology.